once again to My Hero Ultra Impact. Today, we are here doing the brand new and last event of this game's life cycle. Seize the Glory Obstacle Course Race. So, I find this event super strange for multiple factors, because this is my first time kind of doing a last event, or I guess the second time ever of doing a last event. Since the other one I did was the Konosuba game, and that one was like a pretty normal event. This one, it looks like it has some celebration stuff in it, so I don't know if they're actually going to mention that this is the last event of My Hero Ultra Impact, so here's a special story for the end. So we'll see if there's anything special with this one. This event has kind of gone on for like a month, and we're like halfway through it. Usually the events only last for like 14-15 days. So it is pretty strange for them to hold it out for quite a while, because I'm guessing they didn't want to make any more events as soon as they got the shutdown notice. So they're like, alright, this event will have to hold them over the entire month, since we're not getting any new banners or anything else for new content. So probably after I do this event, I will go back and do a few of the other events that I missed. Seize the Glory Obstacle Course Race. Seize the Glory Obstacle Course Race 1 of 5. Training at USJ today? This sure brings back memories. It really does. 6 months have already passed since then. It always shocks me whenever they talk about time frames in My Hero, because I'm pretty sure everything happened within a year in the My Hero timeline. From everything from Midoriya getting his powers to the end of the final war, or whatever they call it, happens in just one school year or one calendar year. Because I think that's a little crazier to think about it in a school year, which is like 9 months, since summer doesn't usually count. And I'm pretty sure in the final chapter, or second to final chapter, when it's the epilogue, they talk about how they're 2A. So yeah, it is just crazy to think about how little time has passed in My Hero, and how strong all the heroes have gotten in that time. Also villains as well. And then all these events happen every single arc we've seen, which is like 7 seasons, 8 seasons. I don't exactly know how many seasons of My Hero it is, but that plus the movies have all happened. By the way, what sort of special class are we having today?
Oi.
Seems like everyone's here. Oh, Mr. Aizawa and Shinzo. Yo, if Shinzo's here. Yep, Shinzo will be joining today's special training. I don't know how long it's been since Shinzo did that other training with Class A and B, but I feel like he should be in one of these classes, because that was the entire point of him training with everybody, to try and figure out which class he should go with. And it's been like, what, a month, 2 months since they've had that training. Also, what Deku is this? They haven't said what time frame this is. Oh, back again, huh, Shinzo? Welcome! Feel free to ask us if you have any questions about the class. Like, he's already done this. He doesn't need to ask any questions. And this should be basic training of either them fighting him or them having to do an obstacle course and he's there using his abilities.
Arigato.
I will. Thank you.
Yes.
Now that we're done with the hellos, let me explain today's training. Today's training is a team battle. Let's break into teams before I give the details. Draw lots. The students with the same colors are on the same team.
Yaro!
So it seems like the four of us are on the green team. Let's do this. Yeah, this is the same as our joint combat training. So you're on our team, Shinzo. Welcome.
Ah.
Yes, last time I was your opponent, but I'll do my best as an ally this time. Oh, Midori and Shinzo were opponents in the joint combat training, but they're on the same team today. I have no idea what kind of team they'll be. Seems they'll be tough to handle. Shinzo, your quirk is powerful against people, and your binding cloth provides awesome offense and defense. We'll be relying on you. Well, they have a pretty powerhouse team, so I don't know why they're going to be relying on Shinzo. Midoriya is very great at offense and defense. I'd say Uraraka's power is really good at offense, not so good at defense. Like, it depends. She can put lots of rocks or big boulders around her and then kind of drop them like traps. But I would imagine it'd be easier just to throw rocks with her light gravity and then just release them when they're closer to the enemy. Ashido, I would say better defense, some good attack with the acid, but her sliding around, being able to get away from her enemies, and then throwing acid at the ones that get too close. So this entire team is pretty good. No useless quirks. Thank you. I'll do all I can to win. I'll leave you behind if you're careless. Right. Hearing that, I've got to keep focused. I'll do my best. Okay, yep, all that. The final one. Also, it's really weird. So they have this Deku as the final thing. Like, it doesn't even match with the, like, story event. Because I guess that's par for the course with this game. Sometimes they would just release random units in, like, whatever event. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, we're taking down Midoriya. I always thought this skin or version of Deku was weird in this game because those black energy whips that I'm pretty sure is Black Whip look like they're spider legs on him. Like, it's very weird. Like, I kind of wish they would disappear or had some kind of animation instead of just moving back and forth. Alright, nothing there. So, second one. God, it's so weird to think about that I'm not going to be playing this game anymore. I'm not going to be seeing these cutscenes. Like, it's so somber to think about just not doing stuff in the, like, something that you played for a couple years now. Seize the Glory, Obstacle Course Race 2 of 5.
よし
Okay, you're split into teams. Now I'll tell you the details of this special training. Simply put, this is a team obstacle race. Using all areas in this facility, pass through the checkpoints and aim for the goal. But that alone isn't much of an obstacle race, so we have this. What's that? A small badge? It's got some numbers on it.
あのな
You got it. This is the key of this training. Item points. Many of these have been scattered around the facility. Each badge has a different number. It's up to you whether to collect these badges, but
おい
your ranking will be based on when you reach the goal and the final number of points you possess. I see. So do we prioritize speed or points?
そうですわ
Or maybe both. It will depend on each team's strategy. That's right. Select the best approach given the combination of your teammates' abilities. So can they steal points from each other? Because I can see using Shinzo to ask the others a question and then commanding them to give the points. And also, Momo can probably create badges to help inflate their points. Regardless of your ranking, try to make the correct decision. Yes, sir!
よし
That's all. I'll pass out a map with the checkpoints and we'll get started. Huh? Already? What about time for a strategy meeting?
いや
You don't always get to prepare everything ahead of time. No prep time today. You can discuss as you run. This is good practice for making strategy decisions in real time.
行くぞ
And so, start the race. Hey, what strategy should our team go for?
ちょっといい
About that, with this team, I think we can aim for the top. Uraka's quirk and Shinzo's binding cloth will allow us to ignore our footing. Now I understand Uraka's part in this, making them all light, so they don't have to worry about stepping on the ground. But for someone like Deku and Ashido, shouldn't they want to touch the ground? Like Ashido usually skates with her slime, and Deku, he's just a fast runner. But I'm guessing what they're saying here is use Uraraka and then Shinzo's binding cloth, so then they can just fly in the sky and pull themselves using the binding cloth. But can't Deku just do that himself? Like, shouldn't he have a much better quirk to be able to do that? Shinzo should only have like one tether to pull himself, while Deku, I'm pretty sure he can make a bunch of tethers to pull himself and probably pull others. If needed, Ashido and I can use our quirks to carve a path ahead.
すごいね
I see! While we're moving, we can target points that other teams can't reach.
いや
I have no problem with that plan, but you get it, right, Midoriya? Yes, Mr. Aizawa said final points.
あ
Yep, that means that teams can take points from you during the race.
そうなの
Ah, I thought that was an odd word choice. That's what he meant?
そっか
We need to assume that we'll have to battle other teams.
大丈夫
If we think this race may become prolonged, we can't push ourselves too hard at first.
行こ
We've got to consider our stamina as we race ahead and collect points. Don't go overboard. interesting way to think about this. Also, these feel a lot shorter than normal. I don't know, because this is the last one, they didn't put as much work into this than they normally do. But these cutscenes are feeling like they're just passing by. So yeah, it does feel like they put less effort into this event, their very last one. Because I do think they should have had that like cutscene they did during like the second anniversary, where the characters say, "Oh yeah, this is the first anniversary of My Hero Ultra Impact, and we are celebrating with this special event. I hope you guys enjoy." And they didn't have that at all for this event. Being like, yeah, this is the last event of My Hero Ultra Impact. It lasted 2.5 years. So here's the special event, and we hope you guys enjoy. Chapter 3 unlocked. Seize the Glory. Obstacle Course Race 3 of 5.
Oi!
Hey! Maybe there's a badge hidden on top of that cliff.
ちょっといい?
Looking at the map, I think we can find a shortcut if we cross this.
すごいね.
Really? Let's go over the cliff then.
よーし.
Alright, time to float. We made it! Release!
そうだな。
That was so quick. Your quirk is so amazing, Uraraka. Hehe. Support is my specialty.
すごいよ.
Look! We found 3 badges!
やった.
Climbing up the cliff was the right call.
ああ、
You would usually need to climb up the opposite way. It would be a real detour.
なるほど.
This is really for people who search for points in all corners without worrying about speed. In that sense, there may be points hidden where you can't see them if you take the shortest path.
うんうん.
Right, so we should pay attention to the treetops and behind buildings as we run. Okay, time to climb down. It's on a decline, so be careful and take your time.
あのね.
Oh hey, I have an idea. How about I make a road using special acid to slide on?
うんうん.
We could use broken rocks as a surfboard and slide right on down.
いいね.
Yahoo! This is a blast!
うわ.
Ah! It's hard to keep my balance. So are they using them like snowboards, or are they using it like a sled? Like, are they all on one sled rock board? Or is it just multiple snowboards?
すごいよ.
But it's much faster than running normally. We should be able to cut down our time like this. Sorry. I'll be right back.
え?
Shinzo, why did you suddenly go on a tree?
あ
I knew it. There was a badge on this branch.
すごい.
Huh? That's a tough hiding spot. Good eye.
あ、いや、
Just by chance, I saw a glint of light. So I went to check. It's still amazing. I bet our team has the most points by now. Oh, Midoriya, there's a big boulder. Can you help out? Leave it to me. Everyone, slow down and get behind me. Here it goes. Smash!
いいね.
Whoa, one shot. That power is something else.
そうだな。
We should assume that others know our location now, though. Right. We're almost at the bottom of the mountain. Keep an eye out.
うんうん.
We made a pretty good shortcut, I think. Maybe we passed the other teams to take the lead. Just saying, heh. I don't know who's in the lead, but I think we're doing well. I think I saw something shiny. Ah, everyone, close your eyes. Say cheese! Ah, that was close. Oh, Chaco, you noticed me too quickly. Hugakir, that means...
マジかよ
Tch, we were so close!
Ah.
There's no point in hiding now that they've noticed us. Time to fight head on! Sorry, we just need to follow our strategy. An ambush! I knew some teams would try and steal our badges. We decided to prioritize getting ahead as fast as possible without looking for badges. If we could launch a surprise attack on people who came behind us, we could steal all their badges. That was the idea, anyway. We were unlucky that your group showed up first. But if we let you go, we'll end up with no points.
行くか
We shall swallow up the light that you've collected into our darkness.
行くしかねえよな
We'll take all of your points for ourselves.
よっしゃ
Seems like you've got a bunch. Now is our shot to climb to the top.
ダメだよ
We don't plan to let you take our badges without a fight.
まあ見てなよ
If you want points, you'll have to beat us first. I do wonder how much Deku holds back to fight with his teammates or classmates. Because I can never see Deku trying his hardest to knock out any of his teammates, like giving them the most baby punches he can. But even then, I can't see him hitting the girls like that and giving him just normal punches with like 1% energy of one for all. I'm very surprised we haven't seen any important like side characters. Like we haven't seen Ida, we haven't seen Bakugo, and we haven't seen Shoto. Like yeah, we just haven't seen the strongest fighters here. I don't know if they all got on one team or if we're gonna now like see their teams after all of this. Because that would be a pretty overpowered team. Ida, Shoto, Bakugo, and who else would be good? Like Tokoyami is on this team, so not him. Probably the guy with multiple limbs. Chapter 4 unlocked. I am surprised that for the last event, they didn't have this just skip over, because usually each of these fights should give you enough to be able to unlock the next story chapter. But usually it goes, okay, first fight gives you 1, second fight gives you enough for the second chapter, and then the third fight gives you enough for 3 and 4, or sometimes it's like 3 doesn't give you enough to even unlock 3, and then by the time you do the 4th chapter, you unlock 3 and 4. Seize the Glory, Obstacle Course Race 4 of 5. Take this! Ugh, they're rushing us so we don't have time for a counterattack.
緑谷
We would lose if we let you attack. We'll do our best to prevent that. He never said he would be doing that alone, though. Sorry, Midoriya. It's time for you to drop out of this race.
What?
Hey, Hagakure! Ashido went your way! Huh? No way! She wouldn't know where I am!
よし
Got you! Ashido, let's go with the plan. Okay, leave it to me. Minimum acidity, max viscosity acid, spin and scatter. Rah rah rah. What the? Ah! The shock broke the brainwashing. Okay, I'm a little confused. So I'm guessing what happened is Shinzo got Hagakure with the brainwashing. So I don't understand why Ashido attacked Hagakure. I guess it's trying to actually defeat them all, but if someone is brainwashed, that's might as well count as defeated. / they have an extra servant on their side. Whoa! I can completely see your silhouette in the sticky acid. Huh? Eek! Someone cover Mineta's eyes! I find that hilarious. She doesn't try to cover herself up. She just doesn't want Mineta to see. Like, she's not worried about any of the other guys or girls seeing her. Also, I'm surprised Mineta's still a pervert. Like, I know he had his gross moments in the later seasons, but after a point, he stopped being a super pervert. Like, maybe because this is a super lewd situation, he's willing to be more of a pervert. Or maybe this is before the brainwashing that they did to him at some point. Hey, calm down! You can wash the acid off in the water over there.
Yoshi!
Nice, Ashido! We got all 3 of them! Dang! Eek! Oh no! Please don't make me float like this! I would have to imagine that's a terrible situation to be. Like, she was heading for the water, and Uraraka just hits her with the float and binds her. So she's stuck in the air in the sticky acid, people able to see her silhouette, and she just wanted to be in the water. Like, they could just wait until she got in the water before hitting her with the float. Whoa! Why did you only wrap my head up with your binding cloth? Okay, so Shinzo is actually super respectful or wanting to help Hagakure by binding Mineta's head so he can't see. But also, that's pretty cruel to him. Like, they could just put an entire binding around his body just so he can't see, or just put him to the ground so that he's just facing the ground.
Oh.
Ashido told me I absolutely had to do this. Okay, no, he did it because Ashido told him. She's defending her girl.
ダメだって。
Even if it was part of our plan, I can't stand Mineta being able to see her like that. Yeah, she's like, nah, I can't let him see. I have to be extra hard on him. That's too cruel! Yeah, I mean, that was part of their plan. They literally used Hagakure as a distraction for Mineta, because they did the most embarrassing thing they could to Hagakure so she'd stop fighting. And because that's an embarrassing, lewd thing to happen, Mineta was looking and also distracted, taking out 2 birds with 1 stone.
ごめんね。
Sorry, both of you. I'll let you down once this battle ends. Mineta, Hagakure, Koda, Tokoyami, I wouldn't look away from your target. Tokoyami, don't worry about us. Try to beat Midoriya. Nah, he was probably doing pillow punches to Midoriya on how tough Midoriya is currently. Like, this is pretty late into the series. It's either after the Liberation War / after Vigilante Deku, or it's slightly before the final war where they're doing this training. But either way, Deku is really strong, and Tokuyami isn't even using Ragnarok or any of his other things to power up Dark Shadow. So there's no way he can win this, especially with him holding back. Who was that? Was it really her? Or was it Shinzo? She said not to worry about them, so he doesn't need to answer. He really doesn't need to say anything at all. Tokuyami, behind you! Again? I can't react while I know Shinzo is here. Hey, stupid! Fumikage, look behind you!
Nani?
Huh?
行くぞ
I'll send it all flying! Yeah! The only person he could kind of trust is Dark Shadow. But I don't know why Dark Shadow called him stupid. Because that doesn't seem like their relationship. They seem like they're very good friends that wouldn't call each other insults. But I guess he wasn't paying attention because he was too scared of Shinzo to try and look around more. Ugh! Dark Shadow! Knock it down! After you do that, cover my entire body. Now, smash! Ugh!
よーし
Now's my chance. Touch! That takes care of the entire purple team. Ugh, how frustrating. I lost because I was too worried about Shinzo. My failure. Okay, I guess we'll be taking your badges.
そんな
Huh? You're gonna take our hard-earned badges too? Yeah, you guys were literally trying to steal from them, so now they'll steal back from you.
そうだな。
Of course. No mercy. This is a battle.
おーい
I'll search Hagakure and Koda. Shinzo, you check Mineta and Tokoyami.
ああ。
Sure. Leave it to me. I'll be taking this then. Hands off! Humiliation. However, this may be the price of defeat. I think the last checkpoint is around here. There! Everyone, let's... There! The final checkpoint! Keep up this speed. I'll leave you behind if you slow down. Huh? They both see each other at the very end. I'm glad we're seeing Bakugo's team.
おっと
Green team! How did you get this far so quickly? Green team got one of the fastest guys on their team, and they have a pretty good mix of quirks that make these guys fast and like travel around. So I don't understand how these guys are surprised, because I'm surprised that they were able to get here with this lineup. Bakugo is their only fast guy. Tail guy, I'm not sure how fast he moves, but I would imagine a little bit faster than a normal guy. And Laser Beam guy, I would imagine he moves normal speed, because wearing that heavy armor would only allow him to go like normal. I never imagined we'd reach this point at the same time as the red team. What should we do? Want to settle this here?
いけないわ
That's not the best choice. Another team could catch up with us while we stop to fight.
そうだな。
The goal is straight ahead. There are no obstacles in the way. There's actually two big obstacles in the way. Emotions and Bakugo. Because Bakugo always wants to be the best. And if there's even a chance that Green Team can be better than him, he'll want to take all their points. And plus, he never runs away from a fight. So he is definitely going to want to fight them. Then, let's race as fast as we can while hindering the other team. Yeah, finishing first is all that matters. Okay, no, so apparently he'd rather finish the race first. I guess as long as it's a competition, he doesn't care how he wins. So whether they stay and fight or race to see who's first. But yeah, that's some character development I didn't expect to see here. I guess that does stick with his storyline of trying to focus on objectives instead of always trying to fight. Being a smarter hero than just being some meathead. So we'll see who's able to win this. But considering we haven't seen Shoto, Ida, and some of the other ones that I can't quite remember. Who else am I forgetting? Yeah, the guy with like multiple limbs hasn't shown up. And who would be their fourth guy on their team? Oh, I guess it's Jiro. Is the only other person we haven't seen. So that's their team of 4. And I would say that is also a pretty strong team. They have like 2 sensor types that's able to listen out for stuff. And 2 guys that are able to help them travel. Like Shoto able to make ice ways for them to move about. And also Ida to like try and push them. If they want to do that sled thing that they did for Bakugo. Or the same thing that they did for Midori as well. Chapter cleared. Chapter 5 unlocked. Seize the glory. Obstacle course race 5 of 5. Get out of our way! The red team will finish first. Not so fast! Our green team will reach the goal first. It feels kinda proper red and green team are fighting. Since red, yellow, and green are what you see in like a traffic light. So I wonder, is Shoto's team going to be yellow? And are they somehow going to beat both the teams because Stop and Go are fighting? Midoriya. I'll make Bakugo miss for 1 second, so use that opening. Like hell you will, Shinzo. I'm your opponent. I'm pretty sure these guys got some history because I think it was at the sports festival. Shinzo used his mind control on Ojiro, Ashido, and who else? Maybe Kaminari? Like, he used it on a few different students to be his, like, horse race partners. Ojiro! Don't forget about me! That voice from straight ahead has to be Shinzo's persona chords.
No.
You thought Uraraka wasn't behind you, right? Ah! Ojiro, prepare! Too bad. I won't let you do that. Whoa! Ugh! Dang it! You won't be taking another step. Whoa! Ah! Dodged it! I was sure I hit you. Yeah, it was close. If I didn't notice it so quickly, it would have hit us. Mercy, Asui, you saved me. Ah, I can see the goal. Everyone, last dash. Let's do our best. Don't you dare get left behind. Ugh! Midoriya won't be able to catch up to Bakugo with all this interference. Think. I'm the closest one to Midoriya and the others now. Can I use brainwashing to stop him? No. Bakugo seems fired up. But he's still cautious of me. My only option is the binding cloth. In order to make sure it works. I'll catch up to him and use it. I'll show them I've grown since the joint combat training. Midoriya! Shinzo! He's got Persona Cords and the binding cloth. That means... Please get my message! Detroit! Ah! Smash! Smash! Ha! Don't think you can hit me because your voice was a bit off. That was an interesting strategy. So Shinzo used his Persona Cords to emulate Midoriya's voice, making it seem like he was going to attack earlier, while Midoriya was actually waiting and powering up his attack to then hit Bakugo. Like, probably wanted Bakugo to get into a defensive position or slow down, getting ready for the attack, but actually making him slow enough to get hit by the attack, while Bakugo would be in a defensive mode, and then Midoriya would just change up the hit and not aim for that same spot Bakugo was defending. Such an obvious trap. What are you scheming? Impressive, but our plan is already finished. Our goal was to reduce the distance between you and Shinzo. Huh? Ugh.
やったぞ。
Got you. Now, Midoriya, go.
ありがとう。
Thank you, Shinzo.
くっそげ
Damn it! Not so fast! Take this!
Oh.
He forced himself ahead using an explosion. Getting in my way was such a stupid trap.
見てる。
But I'll be on top.
よし。
I'll make use of the opening Shinzo gave me. There's no way I can lose. I'm just wondering, why did Midoriya use his build-up quirk? I can't remember what it's called, but the quirk where him doing rapid movements increases his speed for a short duration. Because he could have did that a little bit while him and Bakugo were racing. And then the moment Shinzo started using his quirk or used the plan to stop Bakugo, he could have used that to then speed ahead. This seems like really early Midoriya, him not using any of the powers, or at least not mentioning them. He just seems to be using super strength. I'm going to win, no matter what!
ほう。
Red team and green team reached the goal at around the same time. Much faster than I had expected.
あの
Mr. Aizawa, which team came in first?
ー。だって
It was me, of course.
あのな。
Calm down. I've got a video recording to check. In this special training session, the team that reached the goal first was... It's literally gonna be a tie. All this anticipation, just for him to say, it's a draw, it's a tie. The red team wins by a hair. Dang, so they actually said a winner, where Bakugo is slightly faster. Ha! Of course! Wha? It was really super close. Dang!
ごめん
Sorry everyone. If only I could have handled the obstacles better.
デク君
It's not your fault, Deku. We should have backed you up better.
そうだな。
Me too. I may have been able to stop Bakugo for longer if I could have used brainwashing better.
ごめんごめん
I'm sorry I couldn't be much of an obstacle for Bakugo and the others. Everyone,
うんうん
there you have it. We were all a bit lacking, so that's enough of an apology. Ashido's right. Let's just wait until the other teams return.
おい、
Okay, so all teams made it to the goal. I just finished calculating all of the points on the badges the teams collected.
うーん
We were slightly behind the red team in the race, but what about the points?
そうだね
I'm sure they want to be the overall winner too.
え
Right. Kachan isn't one to be satisfied without complete victory.
いや、
Since their teams were slower, I'm sure the other teams searched carefully too.
あのな、
In the overall rankings, the green and red teams are tied for first place. How are they tied? Red beat green first, so I'm guessing in points, green was able to make up the difference. But that's really weird that somehow they just make enough to be tied with red. So I would imagine the way that this obstacle course is run is like, you get a certain amount of points for beating the race early. So if this race is like an hour or two long, probably each 5 minutes counts as a point. So if it only took you like, let's just say if it was only an hour. So if they were able to beat this race in like 5 minutes, that would get them like 11 points. And I don't know how many points are on each badge. Or maybe instead they counted each minute in an hour as like the total number of points you can get. So they could have possibly gotten like 60 points. Or no, not 60, but more like 59 points if they somehow beat this race in like 59 minutes. And then they calculate all the other points they collected from the badge to make a total. That's the best way I can see this, but that's just so convenient that it just so happened to be a draw.
よし
Tied! Alright! Damn it!
ヒロ
Seems we didn't collect enough points. Too bad.
あ
The green team's strategy to collect a lot of high point badges in difficult places worked out.
いいね
We lost the race, but tied in the overall score. Yay! As I said, that just seems convenient that their points equal out to the same amount as what was on the race time that the other guys got.
やった
Yeah! And we did it thanks to our teamwork.
え
Yep! Ashido's creativity, Uraka's flexibility, and Shinzo's observational abilities.
そうだよ
It would have been hard to be first without these members.
おいデク
Hey! Deku!
おお
What? You surprised me! What is it?
くっそが
I know we tied this time, but I'll win the next one. Yeah, I won't lose either. There'll be no ties next time. Bakugo seems really annoyed. I mean, isn't that usual for him whenever they're doing competitions?
緑谷
Midoriya. Ah, Shinzo. Good work today.
ありがと
You too. I learned a lot from this training. Thanks.
そんな
No need for thanks. I actually learned a lot from your movements and used a binding cloth. Using your quirk as a bluff and freely moving up and down high places.
そうだよ
I can use that in future training. That was a good experience. Are you talking about that black thing you showed at the joint combat training? You see, this is the thing that gets me so confused on this timeline. Is it because Shinzo hasn't seen it for a while? Or is this literally a few days, maybe a month, like not too far after the joint combat training that he still doesn't know about it? We'll have to see if Midoriya calls it Black Whip, or if he's still wondering about it. Yes, I've been watching the movements of people who use long, thin items like Sero.
そうか
I see. I learned a lot from your decision making and boldness too. I don't have a powerful ultimate move like you, but I'm testing different approaches to respond to situations. I'm sure you'll find combat strategies that I'd never come up with.
あ
I hope so. First, I need to review my movements in environments without cover. My attacks would have been easily avoided if it hadn't been there.
そっか
Fighting in good visibility would be a challenge. I think it's important to get used to that.
あよし
Right. My goal is to use binding cloth like Mr. Aizawa so I can beat you in a one-on-one fight.
いいよ
Nice. Ready when you are. Haha, no hesitation. I'll be going now. Thank you for today. Okay, see you again, Shinzo. Shinzo's really refined his quirk use and movements since the joint combat training. He must have trained a lot since then. It feels like he'd pass me easily if I don't watch out. I won't lose either. I'll work even harder.
よし
The next time we meet, I'll make sure I can proudly say, I'm stronger than I was back then. I mean, he can always say that. Literally, each arc he's getting stronger. Okay, so that's the end of the final story of this game. Unfortunately. This was a pretty lackluster story for being the final one. Yeah, as I was saying a bit earlier, that there's no like, congratulations, this is the final My Hero Ultra Impact story. So this one's a special one. It just shows a bit more class bonding. We don't even get to see the villains. Like, it would have been very cool to see the final event be a villain and hero event. Like some of the heroes stopping the villains, or some of the student heroes stopping the villains. Like one little scheme before the end, like before the final war. It's like, drats, they stopped us from taking some weapons. Or stopping the League of Villains from getting those drugs that boost quirks or something like that. But yeah, overall, this was just a okay event. Kind of weird that they have the balloons and all this confetti for not even a super special event. Like, it just acted like a normal event. This was also a very weird on the timeline, since it seems like it's after the joint combat training, but before he knows officially what Black Whip is. because I was hoping that this would be like a few months after, so we would see like a nearly completed Deku. But no, apparently it's not like anywhere near the final war, since he didn't use any of his other powers. I hope you guys enjoyed the final event of My Hero Ultra Impact. I will try to go back and do some of the older events that I missed. I think there was like maybe 5 events I missed, and I still need to do the case files for this game. There's still content for My Hero, and I will be summoning a bit more on this game. Like try and do as many summons as I can and get that out. So there will be at least 1 more summoning videos, even though now that I can't buy these. Cannot move to the shop. Yeah, they completely removed the shop in this game. There's still content in this game to be done, and I will make sure to post that for your guys' enjoyment. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed My Hero Ultra Impact Seize the Glory Obstacle Course Race. And if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to follow me on all my social medias like my Twitter, my Twitch, my YouTube, my DLive, my TikTok, my Kick, Rumble, Odyssey, and Patreon. And check out my second YouTube channel, and like and comment on all my videos, and even join my Discord. There you can stay up to date with everything I choose to do with my streams, videos, or anything else. But yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.